listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday in the UK for 10/22/22. That's October 22, 2022. October 22, 2022. Yeah. October 22, 2022. Yeah. That's a great song. Come on, everybody. October 22, 2022. Hope you guys are ready for a rock and roll Saturday. This does not match. Let's get this out of the head. Out of the head. It's attached to me. Let's clean off this because I dropped something earlier. Yes. Yes. The magic trick. You got to get all the hair. You got to put it in. Voila! Hello? My French friends? Nothing like fake tears. You ready for this show? I want to thank everybody coming here, hanging out today. It is a little earlier because we do it for the UK. Hey, I'm a poet, didn't even know it. But I want to talk about these pilots that are going to be coming forward at the end of the month, somewhere near the end of the month. Have you heard about this? That's what James Fox was talking about when he said there's something major about to happen. It's going to be next week, and I'm going to say between Monday through Friday. Yeah, it's going to happen. That's the Halloween treat we're all going to get. Or is it a trick? Just in time for Halloween. What the fuck is in my eye? I keep seeing a hair doing this. Last night I didn't do roll call. But today we will. Roll call, everybody. Rebecca Wiles. I hit my scroll, and whoever it lands on, that's who I go to first to start this. And you're first more than anybody. It's a sign. The wild one. Welcome to the show, Rebecca. Becca Beans. Becca Beans. That's all. Moody Mongols here, everybody. Welcome to the show. Diane Boss. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Samo, Goofonian Rockstar. Welcome to the show. Didn't you ever change, Richie? What do you mean, change, Richie? What do you mean? Didn't I change? I haven't worn this red shirt in 2.5 weeks. It's on a rotation. Stephen A. Welcome to the show. Samantha Morris the cat. Welcome to the show. I'm just surprised you used it. It's great. Scott Blight. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. David Wilcox, everybody. Not David Wilcock. Get it right. It's David Wilcox. Welcome to the show, bro. Bub. Welcome to the show. How you doing, man? Good to see you back. Again. Marie Jose Sproul. Oh. Josie, welcome to the show. Yes, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Paul Galvin? Truthology, exposing the haters. Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Well said. Good for you, man. Always liked you, Paul. Good stuff, man. You're a good person. He's the guy that dropped the AI Roswell stuff. Not third phase of moon. Third phase of moon, saw it on Twitter, said, what the, and how, and can I, should I? And they did. And people said, they faked it. I know they did. They don't even have a printer at their house. Paul Galvin, welcome back. Welcome to the show. Excellent. Brooke A's, welcome to the show. Cash 45, welcome to the show. Who's at the front door? Moondust. Hello. Welcome to the show. Nice to have met your acquaintance. Get out of the way. No, I'm just kidding. Jennifer Siami. Yes, I got your email. Welcome to the show. I just did a little bit ago. I had to get the show ready because I slept all day. That's my new schedule. I sleep from maybe 7 or 8 in the morning till noon to 4 in the afternoon. It sucks. And I've been trying to change it from the beginning, since the beginning of the year. I just can't. I'll stay up all day, all night, not to sleep during the day. So I'll stay up all day to try to break the cycle. It won't work. It won't work. But at least, you know what? I'm getting at least now 4 to 6 hours a night instead of 2 to 3. So that's why I have so much energy. Yeah. Because I just woke up. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. How you doing? James Jimenez, welcome to the show. All right. Hey, who's this guy? Where you been all weekend? I know, it just started. You missed a couple shows. Very unlike you. Very, very unlike you. No, I'm kidding. Antonio, I didn't see you around. I hope you've been watching all the drama. On second thought, nah, don't worry about it. Same old. What's up? I am Stu Little. Welcome to the show. Scott Archer. Aren't you glad you ate chocolate? And abandoned. Helmut Kaz is here. Andy Cowley is here. Java Alahim. Am I saying that wrong? Helen Crystal Energy is here. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen's here. All right. Now let's go to the front door. Hellfire Studios. Sky Allen. All right. Let's get started. Michigan. UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. Wayne. And here's Mini Main. Mini Main and Wayne. Yahoo! ZNN Zeta News Network. Good to see you here. You got my memo. And part-time Pete. As I like to say, pardon me, Pete. Nobody corrected me until I actually had you. Well, you were on. Oh, Jesus HC on a P stick. Come on. Hold on. I got to get the water out of the keyboard. So, Wayne sent me a video. Sorry I threw that out there, but it's such a good freaking video. It was so much fun. I watched it twice. It was about this sighting that happened in Michigan, I think it's 94, 96. I'm going to pull up the video here on Netflix. It's really good. I want to tell you guys about this to go watch it. And, well, it's off of Unsolved Mysteries. And it's season 3, episode 2. Over 300 residents of Western Michigan report seeing unearthly lights on the night of March 8th, 1994. Decades later, the event remains unexplained, and it is wow. I can't play any of it, but Jesus, man, you've got a guy who saw this on radar, and his story was amazing. You have police officers, 911 calls, residents were calling in. People were watching these lights for 15 minutes. 30 minutes. My thing is, they didn't have a camera. The lady said 1994. This is what the lady said. This is how you know society has totally forgotten what it was like in the 90s before we had these things, right? She goes, we didn't have a cell phone, so we didn't have a camera. They didn't have cell phones back then, this old lady said. I'm like, but they had cameras. People had, all sorts of cameras back then, lady. Like, you didn't have a camera in your family. Nobody ever had a picture taken. So I'm like, oh my God. What a funny thing she just said. We've come this far, and now we think cell phones are cameras in the past. If we didn't have a cell phone, didn't have a camera. That's funny. That's the psychology of a society forgetting its past. That is crazy. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but that lady is. We didn't have cell phones back then, so we did not have a camera in our household. And I'm like, but they had cameras. They had the Kodak Instacam. They had the Fujifilm one, Fuji Color. I had that one. That's why I knew. Anyway. Oh yeah, you can help support the show. You can help support GoofOn if you like truthology for ufology and ufology. With a super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, you could buy us a coffee and join GoofOn or Patreon. Patron? Freaking no. All the links are in the show description. Lisa Bowden with a $5 super chat. Best show, best chat room. You know what? Let me say that again. Best chat room in ufology. Seriously, you guys are unbelievable. And we really have the greatest mods. They didn't just block people yesterday or any day for nothing. You guys are really doing a great job. I swear it. Everybody in this chat room. You guys just, I mean, I see what goes on afterwards because I can't focus on it, while I'm doing the show. But I try during the show. It's just, I'm a one-man band. If I had somebody else right next to me, and they were saying something, I can ignore whatever they're saying and look at the chat room. Well, that's what you do. You ignore what they're saying. I don't. I know I'm joking. Relax. God, can't open my 5-hour energy drink. I think they make these things hard on purpose so you don't get a heart attack. So Lisa, a continuing supporter of Goof On, first super chat of the day. Mucho gusto, generoso. I have to, guys. It's just tradition now. Thank you, Lisa Bowden, for the $5 super duper chat. Best show, best chat. Remember, I go all over the chat rooms, except Third Phase. I had to say it. Thank you, Lisa. Mucho gusto, generoso. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Matt? How you guys doing? I know I said hi earlier. Johnny, nice to see you. Sputnik 57, Brian. Guys, so this is an incredible story. I think it's Ottawa County, Muskegon, I believe. Yeah, that's what it says right there. Here's the old lady. I'm just gonna play this clip, see if I can get away with it for a second. You gotta hear it. There were no phones
that
back.
night. It was very clear.
Hold on.
I was in the kitchen talking to my friend Edna, and
She was talking to her friend Edna.
at the time, and I like to pace when I'm on the phone. My husband was in the basement watching TV downstairs on the couch.
I can't play. The microphone's going to pick it up. I'm going to get that. But what a sighting. The objects, according to this one radar operator, I think he said it went 20 miles in a split second, which means it was 72,000 miles an hour. If true. And the rate, now I did not know this, but these radar operators are radar operators, 911 operators, excuse me. I misspoke, I think, a few times. He says they're trained in radar for weather emergencies. And he says we get trained a lot on it. So he knows what an anomaly looks like. Like, is it picking up a rain burst? Something like, really weird weather anomaly. And he said, no, there were 3 very strong returns, which say it was a highly reflective, highly polished, very reflective surface. And there were 3 of them. And they were 5,000 feet apart. And they were in formation, flying around the area. And then there were some people who were seeing disc-shaped objects turning from red to green to red. And what they would do, they'd form a triangle, but then they would all come inward and then go outward, inward. And they said it was like a beacon to let other objects know where to come. I watched this twice, so I'm pretty accurate, I think, on what I'm saying. Wayne, I think, watched it, so you can say whether I'm wrong or not, but that's how I just remembered it. And anyway, people were seeing and calling in the 911, and they were seeing these things on radar. And it's an amazing sighting. It went on through the next day. People were calling in throughout the night. I'm trying to think of what else happened. Heather Birdie. Hi, Heather Birdie. So nice to see you. I'm wary of Third Phase, but I absolutely adore you and this channel, and I'm not going to stop supporting Goof On. Thank you so very much. I love it. Thank you very much, Heather. And I know, and we're not focusing on the hate anymore. We're totally. I told a few people it's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because I feel like I've done everything I can do, and that's that. Especially when I was on Alien Addict, I really let them know, you guys just don't have proof. You're all speculation and all that. Anyway, watch Alien Addict yesterday, and you'll see some fireworks. And, it was... I was put on the spot, but Third Phase did call in. Thank you very much for your support. And I do recommend everybody watch yesterday's Alien Addict because I think you can get the feel for what I'm going through or whatever. It's no big deal. I'm over it. It never really affected me emotionally, physically. I didn't get ill. I didn't sit there and worry, they hate me. I literally, as soon as I'm done with the show, I'm done. I mean, I'm doing other stuff. I'm like, all right, I got to go work out. I got to go eat. I'm not thinking of that anymore. So it didn't affect me. It affects them, obviously, but I have a new term for it. Third phase of moon derangement syndrome. Who's this person? Jennifer Siami. I know you. Rich has his own primary research, which is true. Who of these haters can say that he might be very outspoken, but has a heart of gold? Well, that's got to be the nicest thing I think anybody has said in a very long time. Thank you, Jennifer. Super nice. I'm just taking in what you said, which is true. I do have my own primary research, separate from Third Phase. You know what I mean? It's a great comment. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I want to celebrate that one. We'll celebrate them all. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate the nice comment and support. Stupid I am. I know. I gotta change my attitude. I don't. Actually, I'm okay with it. Did I just see some? What the hell did I just see? I did see Sheila aliens. I know, that's true. They are super nice. Yeah. They're super nice. Welcome to the show, Sheila Aliens. Peter McAleese, I believe. Oh, hi. All long time now. See, look at a bit of that Stephen Scambian. Scambian, you said it! That guy is a joke. All right. I am not allowed. I swore I wasn't. Somebody's at my door. I can't go. I swore I wasn't going to talk about it. So let's move on. Oh, well, shit. How could I turn that down? How can I turn this down? All right. I'll get the link. I'm going to put the link in. And I did want to finish talking about this Michigan UFO sighting, but, when duty calls, and I'm very interested here because Sheila Aliens goes way back to the beginning of Third Phase of Moon. This would be an interesting conversation. I'm going to put this for Sheila Aliens only. And Sheila, you don't have to put your face on if you don't want to, but I need to see you before I put you on to know it's you. Capiche? So, I mean, you can show your face. I'm just saying you don't have to, but when you come in the green room, I definitely want to make sure I'm not being trolled. So here you go. this is going to be very interesting. I would. Oh, okay. All right, well, let's figure it out. If you want to sit in and hang out, let's do it. All right. Here it is. That's for Sheila Aliens. And for now, just Sheila. And we're going to talk about some things that she knows or doesn't know or wants to know. And Sheila was on the AZ UFO show on I think it might have even been the first show you ever did. I'm not sure. It was like 15 years ago, 17 years ago. It was a long time ago. Sheila used to use the cameras on top of resorts and other buildings in Tucson, Arizona, and catch anomalies in the sky. And it was very controversial, but some really wild stuff too, though, you know. But back then, the cameras were not as good as they are now, of course. So we always had a frame rate discussion, and, you know, that looks like an airplane, you know. But yeah, she got her name out there, did some real research, and became Sheila Aliens. And yeah, we haven't talked since that show way back when. We went our separate ways, but it's okay. You know, you never know when you're going to hook up with people from the past. Third Phase of Moon contacted me 3.5 years ago, so that blew me away, and I think Sheila's here. Yeah, it is. Holy mackerel. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, living the dream. I can't believe you're actually over here wanting to talk. That's amazing. Do you remember way back when?
I didn't know that was your show that I was on. It's so long ago.
I know.
I was on. Yeah, I remember being on a show, and yeah, that was so silly of me to use those cameras in hindsight. But it was all I had, and then I got a real camera, and then I recorded a lot of weird stuff with the real cameras. In Tucson. Yeah. Tucson's weird. Tucson has a lot of stuff going on, so
it does, because military.
Yep, military base. Yep. So I didn't mean to interrupt what you were talking about with the Michigan stuff. You can keep talking about that if you want.
Well, actually, no. We'll go back, and then if you want to comment along with it, it's okay. But I am interested to hear what you wanted to talk about, which is why I brought you in too. So Third Phase of Moon, you know, they're getting the repackaged hate. You know, new people coming up with the same old stuff. But I think you wanted to comment on that, didn't you, or not really?
I was just saying, like, they are very nice guys, and it's just they did what they did back then, and a lot of people don't know that they did that to begin with, and the some that were stopped following them back then, like I did, that's all we know them as is these guys who faked stuff. But I guess now they kind of go legit with third-party sources. I can't say much about it. I don't look at their current stuff, so I can't say anything. So I wouldn't know what they're up to. But they are very nice guys, and they seem genuine. So
people are saying turn the volume up. You sound good to me. Yeah.
Okay. My audio's probably not that great.
I think you sound fine, but it's hard for me to tell what they're hearing. But guys, turn your volume up. It doesn't sound that low. Is it? Just let me know if it's too low, or turn up your volume. I'm sorry.
Turn me up, or do I need to turn myself up?
I can't turn you up. I wish I could. StreamYard's cheap. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. It sounds fine.
Okay, I'll leave it alone then.
It sounds fine. Some people are saying it sounds fine. Over here, it sounds fine. So yeah, don't worry about it too much.
Sounds good.
Well, now that you're here, what have you been up to now?
I'm a mommy, basically.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we just went to the pumpkin patch today and did all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, just mommy.
Is that wrong for me to say congratulations nowadays? I don't know. It might be, but
I don't know. I'm a mommy.
I didn't know. I think that's really neat, because I know you since you're 21 years old, I think.
Yep. What about you? You moved from Arizona to Florida.
To Florida, yeah. Just 1.5 years ago.
Do you like it better? Florida?
I do, actually. It's different. It's a culture shock, because you go from the desert to trees everywhere and you have no skyline. So it's really hard to skywatch from home.
Yeah, that's my
But
problem. I can't skywatch from where I'm at. I'm in California now. So
oh, what part can you say?
Irvine,
Oh,
South
nice. Yeah.
Orange County, yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, can't.
But you still have a YouTube channel?
I do. See, the one that I had 10 years ago got taken down for copyright. But peculiarly enough, it came back on December 2020, at the beginning of December 2020, that old terminated channel.
Oh, that's right. I remember you did come back. Yeah, okay.
They brought it back, but in the meantime, I had started my second channel, Sheila Alien, with no S at the end, and that's the one I mainly use now. But my other one came back after 10 years. All the 2,000 videos were all intact. That channel was deleted. Very strange.
So you can use it still?
Yeah, I gained access to it again, and it still
That
has
is-
20,000 subscribers left over from what it had, like 50,000 at the time that they terminated it. Very,
Man.
very weird. But
What
I was
did they
happy
do to it? Yeah.
because I got all my old UFO videos back that I thought were lost that I had uploaded to that channel. So I'm happy about that. But I guess maybe one of the copyright strikes expired after a decade or something. I don't know what happened. I was like, okay.
They changed the rules, so who knows? You got to read the fine print.
Yeah, the rules definitely changed. Under today's rules, I never would have got terminated. They would have just, taken the revenue or whatever the problem was. I wasn't following the rules, though. That was my bad.
Since you've been in this field pretty long time, do you think politics is a huge influence now on what people believe?
With UFOs?
Yeah. Do you think they're bringing their political views and tying them into UFOs to get what they want when it's really just a lie, just to get funding?
My cat's sneezing.
I know, I heard that.
I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know exactly what you might be referring to, but that sounds interesting. For me, it usually seems like people let their religious beliefs get in the way, or their own made up alien stuff. I don't know. But
what I mean, it's there's this whole cancel culture that if you don't agree with what Lou Elizondo says, they're going to take you down.
I don't even know who that is. I'm in a whole different sphere of the internet. I'm in a comic book area.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where I've been. Comicsgate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with Comicsgate. They are people who got canceled for voting for Trump. They got cancel culture for voting for Trump.
There you go. Yeah.
They got kicked out of the comic book industry. These were guys who've been working for DC and Marvel for 20 years, got kicked out because they voted for Trump, and they got outed. But now they're making millions of dollars doing indie comic books.
Oh, that's awesome.
And these guys are great. Yeah, Ethan Van Sciver, guys like that. So yeah.
So what is your involvement with that now?
I don't know. I hang out with them online. I stream with them like we're streaming now.
Yeah.
Podcasts and different stuff like that. Yeah. They're just my buddies online.
That's unreal. Okay, so you haven't been aware or in the UFO discussion for at least 5 years, it seems.
No, not at all. I keep looking at the MUFON database, and I always check those videos because those are there's some interesting ones once in a while. The ones that aren't Starlink and crap like that. But as far as the drama, whatever it is, or I don't know who the key players are right now. Excuse me.
Okay.
And I don't know who that Elizondo guy is.
Okay.
So people are letting their political beliefs steer what they think about UFOs. Is that what's going on?
In my opinion, they're bringing their UFO beliefs in to get rid of the people who oppose what they think. So like me, I don't trust Lou Elizondo. No, everything. We've caught him in lies. He's actually made sock accounts. He's a, what is it? I can't remember what it is. Central intelligence type of guy. He talks to other leaders and gets information and lies to them.
A glowy. It's a term they use.
Okay.
A fed or whatever type of person.
Yeah, why I can't, but there's this, somebody help me out. What is Lou Elizondo again? Anyway, he is that. Counterintelligence. It's counterintelligence. Okay. Counterintelligence guy. He's a disinformation agent, basically. Yeah. But anyway, he's making these claims, and then he's changed his verbiage, the narrative, everything. The UFOs are a threat, and then as soon as they got what they wanted, there's an office they wanted to get of UFOs in the Pentagon. So
Right.
as soon as they got the office, they took away the threat, and now threat is a situation. It's no longer a threat, it's a situation. So, it's a lot of play on words and bullshit that is constant throughout ufology, which and he's the guy, he's one of the main players and all that. So that's why I figured you might have heard of him or seen him around.
Yeah, it seems like a lot with ufology, people have a cult problem, like cult of personality. They'll follow somebody could just make up brand new stuff and then they'll be like believing it.
That's it.
Weird.
That's it. It's exactly it.
It's
That's
like,
amazing.
okay, I don't
Nothing
know. I don't
has
know what's
changed.
going on.
You know what? You didn't miss a thing. It's right where you left off, I believe.
Yeah, and the same old people, Coast to Coast AM, selling their books on there. Are they still doing all that stuff? Like,
Still doing it.
no offense to them, but I'm tired of hearing the same crap. Like, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
old
now-
10 years ago.
I know. Welcome to the show. Dropped a $1 super sticker. Thank you very much for the support. Welcome to the show. Hey, that's a surprise. Good to see you. Yeah. I'm really surprised to see you. Thank you for the support. Haven't seen him in a while.
Okay.
What was that?
I said, cool.
So this Michigan UFO report that one of the listeners here, Wayne, sent to me today from Unsolved Mysteries, it's really interesting because there's a lot of activity, a lot of witnesses, and there's recordings, 911 calls, and radar operators and people just seeing things that just can't be dismissed as swamp gas or, light refraction or weather anomaly. But Michigan is a hot spot.
Is there any video to go along with the sighting?
I can't show it. There is a little video. Yeah, it's actually really good. Yeah, they show a triangular formation of lights and then other lights going up to like the center of it. Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. But it's on Unsolved Mysteries, season 3, episode 2, if you want to check it out. That's everybody. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
check that out. I've heard Michigan has a lot of sightings, and I saw something on the MUFON. Do you check the database?
I don't anymore. No.
Oh yeah, if you pay like $5, you can still access it. But you used to be able to access it without paying, but now you have to pay. So I pay it.
Okay.
And I forget. I saw something interesting in Michigan recently. I don't know what it was exactly, but something. I have to go back and check. But
Yeah.
have you seen that one video that security team, they posted it, but it's like a security cam footage of like at night of like a triangle thing. It's interesting. I know security team is whatever they are, but I saw the footage first on in the MUFON database. That's where it is. So some interesting footage. Let's see if I can
When
bring
was
it up.
this?
Recently, like within the last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't watch Secure Team anymore.
I don't either, but I saw the
Yeah.
footage and then I
Yeah.
noticed that they posted it and I was like, oh, they got a hold of it. Oh yeah, here
It's hard to tell. I see so much, and some of it sounds like, yeah, maybe I did see it, maybe I didn't. But I'll check it out just because you mentioned it.
I'll
It
put the link
must be pretty good.
in the
Oh, you cut out. I think you hit your mute button.
Did I?
There you
Can you
are.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the private chat and you can
Oh, right on. All right, thanks. Yeah. But Michigan over the years has been known, and especially around the lakes, all the Great Lakes area, that whole region is just filled with UFOs and strange anomalies. It's almost like, what do you call it?
Bermuda
What's the Bermuda Triangle? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's called the Michigan Triangle or something like that, or there's some other word for it. Yeah, it's.
Oh, I
they
think
actually
you're
have
right.
something called that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. See, it's hard to remember all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to
So
go check that out. But,
when you moved from Arizona to California, were you still watching the skies? And if you were, did you see a lot of changing? Was it different from Arizona to California, or did you see the same amount of stuff, or not really?
No, I didn't see the same amount of stuff because in Arizona, it's dark in Tucson, and right outside my door was this mountain called Mount Lemon with all this activity. And I didn't have to go anywhere. I could just open my door and there's activity all night long. But as soon as I moved to California, you got light pollution and people are looking at you funny if you're recording, and I had a perfect spot in Arizona. Nobody could see me recording at night. Nobody's bothering me. But in California, it's not even safe to even do that in the middle of the night, There's
Not now. Yeah.
I can not imagine doing that here. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Plus, the light pollution wouldn't even allow me to see anything. So, but I was recording everything up until I left in 2013. I have videos all the way up until that point. Yep.
Man, I can't believe you have a 3-year-old.
Do you have any kids? What are you
No,
up
no
to?
kids. No kids. I was married, divorced now at least 12 years. So yeah, no, I'm just me. Yeah. Are you?
And I'm married. We just had a baby out of wedlock, for the fun of
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have any kids. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think I do. Maybe someday somebody will knock on my door. I'm like, Daddy? I'm like, maybe.
Oh my God. Yeah, I held out for a long time. I waited till I was 33 to have mine. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you're holding up well, Sheila. You got to fight time. It's so hard to fight it.
It's horrible. It sucks.
Yeah. I did not like hitting 40 and 50. I hated it.
You hit 50? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm old.
You're holding up well as well.
Well, thank you very much. When I met you, I was your age. Yes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why I'm talking about it, but just you know why I'm talking about it, because you haven't been in the ufology game for several years, so I'm trying to search stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I'm getting a computer soon. I'm getting
oh, good.
And then I'll be able to stream. Like my current computer won't let me do anything. So yeah, then I plan to get back into the game, whatever's going on in ufology. Basically, I'll just look at I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that needs to be looked at in the MUFON uploads. Aside from the obvious, because there's a lot of obvious nonsense on there, but there's some interesting uploads. People still upload cool stuff.
See, when MUFON, I know they just started charging. Is that $5 for life, or is it a year?
It's a month, per month, like $5.99 or something.
Okay. Well, when it was free, I always found myself, just saying, well, there's no evidence. I don't see any pictures or video. So I like to see a lot of that. Yeah, they do.
Videos. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Can, search. It helps if there's like a mass sighting and you want to corroborate it and see who else got video of it. That's helpful. Like it's good for that. Or if there's an active area you want to check out, if there's similar sightings, you can search keywords and find sightings that are similar. So I think it's kind of helpful, even though they're closing off access to it, which kind of sucks.
They are?
Well, it seems to be more and more restricted, and sometimes it's completely down. The database will just not be available, and it's really frustrating. So I don't know what they're doing. It started like when the government decided they want to be the reporting center for this kind of stuff.
Somebody's asking me to ask you, what is that mask behind you for? What?
Plague doctor mask for Halloween, for fun.
Oh, really? Okay.
Decoration, because I don't have any decorations, so.
Yeah, Hellfire Studios wanted me to ask you that. Ask her about the plague doctor mask.
It's to wear to treat people who have the plague. Yeah.
You mean the one that's still around somewhere, or?
Maybe.
Or the one we don't know of yet.
Nobody wore. People should have been wearing these around for COVID.
I know. How scary would that be, though?
Creepy as hell.
Go, walking into the grocery store, looking at kids. Hey, kid, and you got this mask on.
Yeah.
But you know why they had that big nose in there, right?
Because they had like herbs and stuff inside of it that they would burn.
Because
I just looked that up 2 days ago. Yeah. Yeah,
because all the dead bodies started smelling, so it would kill the smell of the dead bodies.
And they thought the smell was what made them sick. So as long as they didn't smell it, they would be okay. Which is so stupid.
Well, what did they know? They didn't have microscopes then, did they?
I don't know. They didn't know what they were doing.
No.
Yeah, it's all like magic at that point. Yeah.
They barely had the wheel.
Yeah.
They barely had that wheel.
True.
Well. Yeah, during the lockdowns, how did that affect you, by the way? I mean, I know it affected all of us equally in one way. We had to stay home and whatnot. Did you venture out where you shouldn't have been? Did you do anything you weren't supposed to?
I'm a shut-in anyway, so it didn't make that much of a difference. Like I think it affected all of us to some level because I had my daughter. She was born in 2019, I guess at the beginning of all of it. So that was kind of weird because she didn't have a lot of contact with other kids and stuff for a while. But other than that, we matched. Like, she's very socialized now. She's all good. I was busy with my brand new baby, so
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
fine. I was fine being shut in and safe or whatever, even though the whole thing seems like somewhat nonsensical, you know.
We can't talk about it.
You know.
I know.
We
No,
have
believe
keywords
it.
that we use on my channel and other people's channels.
Oh,
but
good.
you-
Okay, okay.
Wouldn't make sense to you guys, but yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, because my other channel got a guideline thing for me saying something about the weather, and they didn't like it. I'm like, but I was just giving my opinion. I didn't say one way or the other. It was just an opinion. And they said, no,
It's
that's,
the
They didn't
keyword
even-
itself. Yeah.
I know. I can't believe it. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's right. So you had your baby. So that makes sense. And you were doing that. Yeah.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huddled in the home.
Did you hear Stanton Friedman died?
Yes.
Okay. Just seeing if you knew that.
That wasn't
Sad.
recently though.
No, it was a few years ago, but I don't know what you know.
Yeah. I knew that. Do you hunt UFOs? I don't know if
I
you
still
ever
do.
did.
Not as much. Oh yeah. I've got 21,000 hours underneath my belt. That's
'Cause
all
you
I
lived in
did.
Phoenix. I mean, you must have
Yeah.
seen a lot of. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. I captured some really good fleet videos, and they went viral back in the day. And
Oh, I saw
just
that,
showed.
the white ones. I
Yeah.
saw your video. Yeah.
You did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was even trying to watch some of your old blog spot or listen to some of your old blog spot episodes.
Oh, Blog Talk Radio.
Blog Talk, yeah. But they're not available anymore unless
Only the first pages.
because you have to pay like a premium in order to get those opened up again. But
Yeah.
F it.
What is it? $20 or something? I'm like,
If that's all
but-
it is.
I know, right? But there's
Because I think-
500 episodes. So
Some of
I'm
them
going
have
to.
great, they have great titles though.
I know. And some of them are great shows too. Like unbelievable stuff. I really should open that up.
Yeah, because I'm like, ooh, I gotta listen because that's exactly what I'm trying to learn. I don't care if it was 10 years ago, it's still relevant. Like I want to hear what's going on in that episode.
You're not the first person to say that to me, that they were looking at some of the things and they wanted to listen and were upset about it. I don't like that Blog Talk did that just because I'm not a member.
Yeah, that's kind of crummy of them.
It's their loss. No, it is. I mean, they're losing people left and right.
Yeah, definitely.
But Sheila, ufology hasn't changed. It's still the same thing as it was. People are still doing, the bad stuff. People are still lying, hoaxing, making money off of lies. Greer's still at it with the CE5 talking to aliens, still trying to, hold his credibility, but he does have some credibility because he did Disclosure Project and all that. But there's still the same players doing the same thing. Dolan, Linda Moulton Howe, all of them. They're still around.
Why are they like the only ones that are allowed to be like installed into ufology are these old, tired? I think it all needs to be refreshed. We need to look at current things.
And it is changing. There are a lot more. There's some new people coming in. They just don't have the history or the background as a Linda Moulton Howe or Richard Dolan, a historian, or Greer. A lot of these people are coming in fresh and they want to learn and be number one. That's the new thing, is to try to be the guy now. It doesn't matter what your history is.
Go because there's current things that need to be investigated that are happening now. That's what we need to not focus on, like old stuff so much if it's already done.
Yeah,
like years ago, and look at current things and investigate them. Like go try to record them or whatever, because there are hot spots, and some things that can be done. I think it's just finding people who are trustworthy and also have the money and the time to do all this is it's not exactly likely.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna. Do you want to hang out, or because I'm still gonna do the show, and if you want to comment on some stuff, but
yeah, I'll hang out and listen, or like I'll be quiet while you do what you got to do. Is that okay?
That's unbelievable. Well, it's up to you. No, I don't mind. I'm just going to go over some news and things of the day and look at some images from UFOs and hear what the news is saying about what happened over the Pacific Ocean recently?
That's what I was interested in. Yeah.
All right, well, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
If you want to hang out, you're more than happy to.
Thank you. I might mute myself when you're talking just because my mic's noisy.
Yep. Yep. That's okay too. Here we go. Let's see this one. Yeah. All right. All right. So this one is from today, the Today Show. And let's see here. From skies over Missouri to above the Pacific Ocean, commercial airline pilots, this is what I wanted to talk about, have recently captured videos that depict unidentified aerial phenomenon across the U.S. So let's hear what the Today Show has to say.
At dinner tables or breakfast tables across the country.
Yeah, so check this out. Look closely here. Reportedly, this captured by commercial airline pilots appear to show so-called unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what NASA calls them, buzzing around the U.S. skies and coastlines.
All right, so of course we needed to call on NBC's Gotti Schwartz to check out what's going on. Hey, Gotti, morning.
Hey, guys, I know what a lot of people are thinking. They're seeing those videos and they're like, wait, what is that? But you got to know that we're talking to pilots, very trained pilots. And we just talked to a pilot. Before we tell you his story, you should know this guy is a former fighter pilot. He's a helicopter pilot, jet fighter instructor, has several degrees in things like meteorology. Oh, and before all this, he never really took UFOs seriously, but that all changed this month when he started to see lights that seemed to appear out of the Big Dipper and start flying in these strange patterns, all while tracking his plane.
Oh, let's not forget one thing I want to comment. Pilots and people that fly around a lot, things like that, they're not experts on UFOs. They may be experts at things that they normally see, but what they don't know, they can't know. So, yeah, I know. They're trained observers is what people say. You know what? That goes out the window a little bit when you have critical thinking and a good intent. You're not trying to fake anything.
Several months,
I can't speak today.
Appearing in the night from the skies over Missouri to above the Pacific Ocean.
It's not a satellite, it's not a meteor.
All baffling pilots mid-flight.
I don't know what the common denominator is, but it's always at the bottom of the Big Dipper.
Mark Holsey is a former F-18 fighter pilot. This August, he was piloting a private jet off the coast of Los Angeles when he says he saw as many as 7 mysterious objects appearing to fly thousands of feet above him. This is audio from that night alerting air traffic control.
Roger. Yeah, I don't know. You're not entering any military airspace or anything. I'm not sure.
The clip obtained by Ben Hansen, a researcher who has spoken to dozens of pilots of commercial flights that have recently had similar encounters.
So it seems like it might be getting more frequent?
It's either getting more frequent or it's getting noticed more.
Okay, there it is.
That's a smart comment. I have to stop it every now and then, but that's a smart comment. It's getting noticed more. I used to make a comment and say all the time, what happened to Sheila? Why did I do that? I used to say every day, third phase of moon or somebody will put up a UFO video from somewhere around the world. I always used to say there's not that many UFOs flying around, but maybe there are, and the Earth is so big we can't see them all. But I always thought it was funny that every day there's at least 3 or 4 UFOs flying around. By now, we should have evidence, right?
I think it's only recently that pilots have been allowed to talk about it. That's a new thing. So maybe that's why we're hearing from them now, because now they have like protection from being fired for talking about it. From
without a doubt, yeah, without a doubt, 100% correct. I think
they're part of it.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff that's from pilots. Here, let's take a look at the rest of it. See what Ben Hansen has to say. This is I think this is a little old, but I never played it. Here we go.
No one seems to know what they're seeing. Halsey is sure these fast orbiting objects aren't satellites or any known military aircraft.
There's nothing that flies that high. So the odds of it being a military aircraft doing high G loads like that, it's impossible. It's completely impossible.
Does this phenomenon seem to be under intelligent control?
That's the only thing it could be. I mean, it's either artificial or biological.
It all comes on the heels of a congressional hearing earlier this year where intelligence officials testified for the first time ever that there were about 400 new sightings of unidentifiable objects, adding UAP reports are frequent and continuing.
Hey, Sheila, did you know about the congressional hearings we had a few months ago?
Yes, I watched some of it recently, yeah.
Pretty boring. Would you agree or no?
Well, of course, it's a congressional hearing, but It was interesting to see them talk about UFOs. That was kind of interesting. You know, and that
I
they wanted
guess,
to know
yeah.
the truth. There's that one black guy, I don't know who he is, but he's like in charge of something. He seemed genuine, like he's interested in getting to the truth, but who knows what, you know.
You're right. He was one of the few that spoke like he really wanted to know and is tired of the BS.
Yep.
But in reality, though, it was a joke, and what the video evidence they showed was a dot going by the screen in less than a second.
Like that. It was like a fraction of a second.
It was a
Yeah,
blink.
And they couldn't pause it at the right time. It was driving me nuts. Oh my goodness. And it took them 10 minutes to pause it at the right time finally. And it was just a blip, one of those, like, I hate when people post those videos like that too. I'm like, was that a bug?
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I don't know. It's not good evidence. If it's
Yeah,
evidence,
I'm pretty sure that wasn't a UFO. I think it was just a balloon. I mean, I don't think it was a UFO. I can't speak. I think it was a balloon, a weather balloon, or something like that.
whatever it
Anyway.
was, yes, like not concrete. Not
No, not that quick anyway. It's not like, we saw an antenna coming off or seeing detail at all, like ridges or rivets or something on it that shows how it was built. Nothing. It was just a blob.
And I think it was like at the top of the frame or something, somewhere weird. I don't know. It was something weird about it. Maybe I'm getting something mixed up with something else, but yeah, it was so fast. It wasn't even more than one frame, and
Right.
we can't do anything with that. So
Nope. And we only got a few more seconds left of this. Well, you want to say one more thing?
No.
Okay. All right. 30 more seconds. Here we go. Or yeah, about 40.
No, I do not.
And this latest wave of sightings from pilots could be just the beginning.
I bet my life on it. There are many more pilots and a lot more videos
Here we
that
go.
are going to come out. I know this is going to happen. I know it is.
Gotti, you mentioned that there's a government report that is expected to come out. What do you think will be?
Yeah, that's a few months ago. That's a pretty good video, though, of the UFOs. That's one of the better ones that they show on the news. Usually they show like CGI footage or something from one of the apps that you could add UFOs to.
yeah, that one is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Commercial airline pilots appear to show so-called unidentified
It's like
aerial
those fake
phenomena.
stars.
That's what NASA
They
calls
pretend to
them,
be
buzzing around
constellations.
the U.S. skies.
Yeah, I remember hearing something
Of course,
about
we
that.
need to call. There was like a blue beam or something. I don't know. Something
Yeah, where they can just fake the constellation, match
Yeah,
it
they-
up.
Yeah, I've seen something like that. It's like, I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen things do that. So I don't know.
It's an interesting way to hide. It kind of reminds me of Nope. Have you seen Nope?
No, I know what it's about, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's just the premise that it stayed in a cloud that never moved, over a mountain. So yeah, it kind of tricked everybody for 6 months. Nobody knew.
But like, what's
Yeah.
tricking us? Is it aliens or government? Like, what's the point?
Right.
Like, I have no idea. I never claimed to know even what I was recording. Like, probably military, but whatever. I don't know.
Most likely it is. A lot of the stuff we see is metallic or reflects the sun's for some reason or light. And that to me just seems like it would be something we would make. But who's to say aliens wouldn't design something the same way if they had the same minerals and availability of the stuff they could use?
And what about the orbs? Like the really
Yeah.
bright orbs? Like, those are crazy. I don't know what that is. Tucson has those.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I did not know this.
Well, they did 10 years ago. Yeah.
Where you lived, or where'd you have to go to find them?
Right outside my door. Like I said, Mount Lemon. Mount
Oh,
Lemon
well,
is
okay.
This mountain. Lots of activity there.
Oh yeah, I heard about Mount Lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Arizona and I knew people down there, but every time they showed me something, it reminded me of, I think I'm seeing flares, and they just don't know it.
Oh no, it's not flares. Definitely not.
So it's all right. Well, damn it, I wish I actually went down there. I just said 3.5 hours isn't worth it right now. Should have went.
In the 90s, were you friends with those guys who did the UFO AZ show?
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah, no, I didn't come out until 2004.
But you weren't on public access. I'm thinking of a different
No,
show.
that was Jeff Woolwine, Petroglyphs in the Sky.
Oh, yeah, him. Yeah, I did a show with him one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. So, no, but I'm thinking of someone else's. I found an old video. I'll send it to you later. It's from the 90s. They're talking about Mount Lemmon. A guy, he lost his eye and everything. He's got a patch over it, but he's talking about how Mount Lemmon has like all kinds of something weird happened up there. I don't know. I'll send you the link.
Sounds
But,
very familiar.
Yes.
And I
looked
also.
up- okay.
Go ahead. No, you first.
I was gonna say, but I looked him up, and I think everybody involved in that video that I found is like deceased. So, but anyway, go on.
I see a comment here. If physics and metallurgy are universal, the same principles would require the same materials to exploit them and control flight. Yes, but what if they come from another dimension or reality where they don't have the same minerals? It could be different. We don't know. And I'm not saying it. All the, what's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson says it. Michio Kaku says it. If they come from a different, realm, everything could be different. Down could be up.
Yep.
Up could be down. All right.
They're
Let's.
aliens. Yeah.
Right. It's endless. You can say anything you want, and you're right.
All on
True.
NBC's Gotti Schwartz to check out what's going on. Hey, Gotti, morning.
Oh, we're done.
Hey, guys.
Oh, yeah, we finished, right? Didn't we finish that? I think I ended it.
Yeah, and that's
Hey!
not old. That's like a new article anyway. It's in the news
Mm.
the last 24 hours with that pilot thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how old that episode is, but
October 21st. Well, he said there's a report coming out, which makes me think they were talking about the June 25th report of last year.
maybe there's another one coming out.
Yeah, maybe. Well, there is. I think that, yep, there is. That's why I put the show up. According to James Fox, he's the guy who made the movies I Know What I Saw and Out of the Blue. You remember those? Phenomenon. Anyway, he said there's something big coming out at the end of the month. And I just found out that it's probably pilots coming out with a report about what they saw. And it's supposed to be groundbreaking.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about at that congressional hearing, was that the pilots need protection to be able to report this. And they're talking about how they can do that now, like officially. So good.
Yeah. Without losing their pension or being fired, right?
Exactly. Yes. So that will be interesting that we can start to get their reports, because they're the eyes in the sky, every single day.
Yep. I am looking for that clip and I can't find it, what I did with it. But
The congressional one?
no, about what's going to happen in a week, that they're coming out. I know that it was posted somewhere. I think this is it. I may have it here. Yeah, I think I have it right here. No, I don't have it. It's all right. I didn't expect to talk about this.
I like how you always have like technical problems. It's just cracks me up.
Well,
you get mad at the computer or slightly frustrated.
Very. Yeah, because I hate having downtime, and I know people watching get frustrated with that, because I know I do when I watch other podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, why me? The gods aren't following me today. I guess I'm on my own. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of new stuff, a lot of old stuff, but it's always the same here in ufology. It's always having to sift through the BS to get to the truth. And even if the truth, is it the truth? Or are we being lied to? I think ufology, the whole entire subject, is a psyop. I do.
Really? You don't think it's no aliens at all? You think it's...
I don't know about that. But there couldn't be if it was a psyop, then that would mean that aliens don't exist. The only thing that makes me not sure is because of all the abductions and the people that say they saw aliens, including myself.
Yeah, there's my mom too. She said she had an experience like that in Snowflake, Arizona. That's where Fire in the Sky happened.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, a lot of weird accounts. I would love that to happen, by the way. Like, they're welcome to come and snatch me up. But
go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, go ahead. I don't remember.
Well, I'm just saying, I think mine are dreams. And then I see people talking about being abducted and they say, I know it wasn't a dream. And I know people tell me it's a dream and I know it wasn't. But how do you know if it's a dream or not? Because I don't fall back to sleep after I see it. I'm still up moving around. I don't wake up in a different position or doing something differently,
But then it sounds like it was an actual event. Like you didn't wake up. Yeah.
I woke up because there was a pain in my left ear. And when I woke up, I opened my eyes and saw blue light reflecting or off of my headboard. And I looked over, I saw my wife and dog in the beam. And then when I went to turn around, look at it, the beam retracted into the alien's hand. And I saw the alien. And then when I looked at my wife and dog to see if they woke up and are you seeing this? It was gone when I turned back around. So that was my story. It was scary. It was. I had to turn on the lights and I sat there for like 15 minutes just freaking out. Not like, oh my God. I was just sitting there, like thinking about it, explaining to my wife what just happened. She's like, aliens? I'm like, you're damn right, it's aliens. No. I think Sheila's paused and I didn't even realize it. I didn't look up. Sheila! Sheila! They got her! Holy crap, they snagged Sheila. Sheila? Where are you? She's frozen in time. Aw. Well, she came through. The power of the law of attraction works. Sheila, we will miss you. I hope you're okay. In MIB world. Oh, she is gone. I didn't even do that. All right, that's okay. She probably had some issues. It's okay. She said she needs a new computer. Well, that was a very interesting experience for me. I'm glad you guys were okay with that. Didn't get too mad. I went off subject for a little bit, but she is a really interesting person to talk about when you talk about the evidence she's captured. And maybe someday we'll get into that because, maybe there's something we could put together in the puzzle. I wanted to ask her about her best sightings and maybe if there's a way I could look at them, see them, compare them to other things. You never know. I'm still looking for somebody that has what I have on video, and that is the city in the sky. When somebody else has those lights that I, showed where, I watched it for 5 hours, but recorded it for 2. I still don't know anyone who's got anything like that anywhere. It really is one of a kind. And it should be, I should have gotten an award for that video, to be honest. There's so much going on. That entire story, nobody knows everything about because it's a wild story. Yeah. I went outside. I'll tell you, I went outside to walk the dog. I'll pull up the video while I'm telling the story. And it was about 11:30, 11:20-ish, somewhere around there. It was not 11:30 yet now, I remember. And I was out there for a few minutes, and I see a very large flash that lit up the backyard. Like somebody took a picture really high up or far away. And I was like, okay, did I just have a conniption? Did I just see something by accident? I mean, what the hell was that? So I started searching the sky, and I saw 2 shooting stars go from north to south. And it went shoom, shoom, just like that. And I watched where they went, and I said, that was the strangest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to get my camera. And I'm staring down, trying to get up on, there was a step, and I'm trying to look over the trees and see where this could have went, because it headed right towards Phoenix, right downtown to Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm only 10, 15 minutes away, 10 miles away from downtown. So I go in the house, get the camera, come back out, and I see these lights coming out from the southeast. And I'm like, what the hell is it? There's no sound. And, and I see these 3 points of light, and I started recording it. And every 9 to 12 minutes, it would come back. But what it did, it went over, headed west, then it turned south, and then it turned east, and then it turned back north, and then came back around. So it was doing, it seemed like it was going around the 101 freeway, like around the perimeter of the 101. And I'm like, okay, there must be a criminal. Something must have happened. There's got to be something going on there looking for somebody. And the object came back around again. And it was a little different formation, but no flashing lights. And I'm like, wait a minute, if this is a helicopter, why don't I hear it? And where are the flashing lights? So I watched, and out of the corner of my eye, 2 shooting stars fly right over. Pew, pew, just like it did 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, what? That is not a shooting star or stars. There's no way in hell. Now I'm looking down, I'm doing this again, and I see through the trees a very bright orange light. And I'm watching it, and it goes behind the trees, then I see it, and it come back around, and it changes its, position in the sky because it's turning, and it's coming over to me again, and 3 lights. Now the 2 are together, one's behind it. Another time they were far apart with one behind it. So I knew I was on to something. Then around an hour into it, it doubled in size. And that's the craziness of the video. And strange lights were blinking and appearing right before my eyes. You guys saw the video. It's, I'm trying to pull it up just to show you as a reminder. Here it is. Yeah. Pull it up. I made a third phase UFO report about it last year. My God, I lost so much weight back then. Here it is. I'm going to play this for you because I actually did a good job showing this, and I'm very proud of it. Sheila Alien, sorry we lost you, but thanks for chiming in today. It was fun. Oh, shit, I can't. You gotta be serious. Are you kidding me? I can't play the audio for you. It's on Third Phase UFO Report. Let me go over there. I don't know where it is, though. It's embedded in the video, I think. I'm going to find it this way. Oh, I found it. All right, I found it. Thank God. I found it without having to cry like a baby. This is a very good video that I made. So let's just watch this for a little bit. Enjoy. It's still the Goof On Show over here, everybody. This is called 2 Hours Recorded. Looks like a small city in the sky. Third Phase UFO Report. This is how I make videos, by the way. I don't do hit pieces. It looks blurry. It's in HD. I don't know why it's oh, there it goes. It's not blurry anymore. Oh, this is nice. I don't remember this. Me and my long intros. You already showed that one, cheater. Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano. Tonight got a little special treat for you. Just one of my personal sightings that I got very well known for back in 2004 and 5 when I put it out there. Nobody could tell me what this object was. I called it the City in the Sky. And that's a very good
description of it, because what started out as 3 points of light moving around the city in a circle, seemingly in a circle over Phoenix, Arizona, doubled and almost tripled its size right before your eyes. It was kind of interesting. My wife at the time was a witness. I did not add her to this video only because it would have been a lot of work for me to get it set up and put it out and edit it back in and find it. Look, I know where it is. It just would have taken a long time for me to get it set up, and I wanted to put this out as fast as possible. Eventually I'll put the whole thing out, but it's a 1 hour 45-minute recording of this event. On October 13th, the night before, because this was October 14th, 2004, I recorded the same thing and didn't even realize it. It was just by accident, and it was very low to the ground. I'm having a hard time locating that. It's very odd. I thought it was on the same tape, but it's not. So there'll be an update to this. But this sighting by itself is phenomenal, and I got to share it with you. So enjoy the city in the sky. It passed over my house, I think 15 times over the 5 hours that we saw it, maybe 20 times, something like that. But here you can see it. Now it is shaky. Back in 2004, there weren't very many cameras, especially the high 8, that had stabilizers in it. So this is before I grabbed the tripod, which my wife will bring out for me later on in this video. Yeah, I can pause it. I do pause it here in the video, so I apologize for the shaking. It's just the way it is. That's UFOs for you. I know, right? All right, where else we going? Here it is again. Passing by. This is, again, going over my house. Just 3 points of light. That's all we see there. And there it is going away, heading in my direction again. Far away, I meant to say. So it's far away, heading my way. Yeah. Sorry, when you zoom in on something, almost at maximum, and it's moving pretty fast, you're gonna have shake. It's impossible not to, unless you have a camera with, you know, incredible stabilization, which back then they didn't. Passing over the house again. See, it looks different than it did the last time. There goes the star. Now the weird thing about this is, at 11:45, the dog started barking. Didn't know why, and he was in the kitchen. We were in the bedroom watching TV. So I go to the back door in the kitchen where he was, and he was looking out the back door. So I just opened up the door, and he took off running to nowhere, basically, right? He went, you know, he didn't bark a lot. He just barked a couple times and then was growling. At that time, I'm looking around, and I thought maybe somebody was running in the backyard, but that wasn't the case. I looked up just out of habit, because that's what I do. And I saw 2 shooting stars go right overhead. They were side by side, and they acted like shooting stars. Didn't get it on video, obviously, but I went and grabbed the camera. That's what made me grab the camera at 11:45. And then I saw this thing coming overhead. I didn't know what it was. There was no flashing lights, no sound. Now here you see it says boomerang shaped with a dome on top. I had binoculars out, and because cameras at night, back then, even now, they don't work as well as you would like them to. And I saw a structure that looked like a dome on it in the front where those 2 lights are. Now, you're not gonna see it here. You're gonna see it later on. And you won't see it like you think you're gonna see a dome. I'll have to point it out to you where it is, but these lights actually multiply. Yeah, every 10 to 13 minutes it was flying around. After it passed over my house, another 4 to 5 minutes before it shows up heading direction with a sequence of events of flashing lights and shooting stars. I couldn't get those on video. You never know when they're going to show up, and I was focusing on this. So my thought process was, hey, I'll record this object. If those shooting stars or whatever they are show up, then it's just by chance. That's a plane going by. So I'm going to pause this here for a second. That's when it's far away. It always looked like this. It looked white on camera, but it was really orange. It was an orange ball of light, which looks from far away, but when it came over the house, it looked different. So over the years, I kept thinking, well, what could it be? You know, why would it look so different when it got over my house? Maybe it was two different objects. Doesn't make sense, but that's the only thing I could think of, because it looked nothing like this. And you can watch the clock there. It keeps getting later and later every time I record this thing. See, now it's 101. So we're getting to the good stuff here where, yeah, there we go. I paused it for you guys. You'll see it. This is one of my favorite sightings. Look how fast it's going. There's a flashing light. It just flashed. I don't know what it was. That one wasn't an airplane. I may have captured one of those shooting things. Shooting stars. I don't know. It was weird. Those shooting stars came by 2 times. 3 times total. Twice when I was recording. 3 times total. It was 2 shooting stars that came from the north and headed south. And every time the object, not every time, but the shooting stars or whatever they were, headed towards the object when it was far away from me. I am estimating the speed of this thing probably around 300 miles an hour. But here it is. Looks like a triangle, but it is much bigger than what the light. I mean, it's one craft. So that's the clearest shot that I got that night when it was far away. Slowed it down for you. I'm using the tripod the best I could. So I don't know if this is another object or what. It doesn't look like that. It's just impossible to focus perfectly. It was far away. And that was actually low in the horizon. That was barely over the treetops looking far away. Here we go. This is bizarre. Now you can see there's more lights, right? So the bottom left, you're gonna see 2 lights there now, and then it turns to 3. And then towards the top middle, another light will show up. I'll show it to you here. I don't know what this is, but it just grew. It did. It's amazing. It's weird. It is weird. Here we go. So I'm thinking maybe it's a helicopter. Nope, couldn't hear it. No noise. I'm a little mad at myself because you guys can't hear the video in its rawness because there's music in the background. It's pretty wild. If anybody's ever seen anything like this, you gotta let me know. Because here we are, 17 years later, and there's still no explanation. Watch this. Look at that. I know I paused it. Yeah, I didn't do a good job there. Is that a plane? I don't know, guys. But it is weird, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, here's a good part. You know, I just don't know. I'm looking at it and, 3 lights here. 4, there was one there, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is where the dome was. This looked like I think it goes like this. It comes up and comes down, goes around, and then it's a boomerang like this, but it's moving this way. So this, I almost see Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter right here almost, but I'm guessing. I just don't know why or where these came from. And then this light pops up every now and then. It's really weird. I want to show you again the end part because that's really the most important of all. It's crazy. I'll slow it down. Let's go to 1/4 impulse power. Man, all that shake, you know. Oh, is that 4? I never noticed that. 4 lights back there. Hold on a second. In the bottom left, it looked like there was 4 lights for a second, right? It's weird. After all these years and watching it, I've never seen that before. Maybe it's because it was shaking. Let's take a look. Could this be military? You know what I mean? For 2 nights. I captured it. But why would it hang around for 5 hours? You know what I mean? I think I did see it. There. Wow, good stop. Look at this. Wow. This is the first. Look at this. I don't know what it is, man. If anybody has an idea, you have got to let me know.
So that's that. Just beating a dead horse at this point. That is the city in the sky. And it is a very, very, very important video that is forgotten about in the annals of ufology. I am going to be reposting certain videos, and I tried doing it yesterday, and for some reason, I can't get the computer to read this card now. This one here that I'm using to transfer the files. So I'll figure something out. I don't know what else to do. I just got that one. I traded in the other one because it was working. I made one video and then I came back hours later to use it again. And it said improper connection, improper. So I brought it back, got another one. Here we are. And now it won't work, but it doesn't give me a warning with it at all. It just won't work. So I can't rip it off the Hi8 camera. Having a hard time. We'll get it. A lot of stuff, man. I got, ridiculous stuff that I want to show you, and it's not fun that I can't do it right now. I got a video here. Let me see what this one is. I think this, yeah, I've already showed this one. But this is different than the other video I showed. No, it is not. Never mind. Man, today's just one of those days where I can't speak, think, or talk. Wait, see? See? All right, here's one called Nobody Knows Who Built These Structures. And I'm a big fan of ancient archaeology. Huge fan. Oh, interesting. Just got a message? From who? Let's see. Okay. Oh, I didn't see this come in. Nathan with a $6 PayPal support, keeping up the great work. Sorry I've missed the live yesterday, was driving Oh, no, that's okay, man. Nathan, never ever apologize for missing a show. Yeah, if you missed the show, I mean, you'll be back. I know. I don't feel bad. I'm not going to call you out and say you went over to the other side. You went to the dark side. If I lost Nathan, I don't want to live. That's the truth. All right. I'll put the link to the video I just played in the show's description like I do all the videos I play on YouTube. And here it is. This is a video I'm going to play. And this is about ancient structures. One of my favorite things about the mystery, the conspiracy that surrounds UFOs and aliens The structures. Who is this?
Ancient humans, though considered ancient.
Hold on. And I also have something else I have to play tonight. We've got a lot more to go. Actually, I do want to play this, but I don't. I'm going to save this for tomorrow because I have something else I wanted to talk about. That's for tomorrow. There's a show who I got permission to play their video. And it's a guy who has a show. And let me pull it up. I can't. Wait a second. What is this? Hold on a second. Hold on. No. How can this be? Oh, that's right. I messaged him on an obscure email. I just remembered. Now I can't find it? No. Come on, man. That's not... Wait. I got it. Here it is. Here it is. Brad, let's pull up your show. Brad, history. Histories, he says, Greer is a liar. And he's got proof. You hear me? You understand? It's the Strange Normal Show, is what it is. Ufology begins to die and spiritualism rises. I think this is the one that he talks about Greer. It is. Here we go. Old school to the new school and everything in between. Here we go. I don't know if you've ever heard of this show.
A sit-down restaurant once a month. I think a lot of people know who that is. Who is that?
Just because if I was an evangelist, they might give me a hard time.
Oh.
Well, praise God, I got in there, no problem. They just asked for things when I gave it to them. They never questioned it, went right in. But
Were there other people that didn't get in?
Huh?
Were there other people that didn't get in?
Yeah, there were other speakers that didn't even get to come in. One for sure, he got turned away at Bolivia, had to get flown back.
I think a lot of people know who that is. Who is that?
Well, it's not Walter Veith. Walter Veith had some medical problems, couldn't come. The guy who got it was 1 a.m. I get picked up.
I'm looking for Greer.
And that was just what was live. So This was an amazing opportunity.
Put like a baby emoji.
A baby emoji. Big things. A few big things happened this week, and I want to start out with Greer. Everyone knows who Greer is. He's this guy who's completely tripped out on this this idea you can talk to these UAPs and summon them by meditation. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Greer. He's a former doctor, and he's part of the old school ufology group. And also, there's another girl named Linda Howe. She's a former reporter, as far as I understand it. And don't get me wrong, everyone that has been researching this a lot longer than I have, you're probably gonna find me making mistakes. Go ahead and fix me in the comments. We're totally fine with that because this is all new. You're watching me. You're watching probably a lot of us to learn about this as it goes along because this stuff's been around since.
This is the first time I've ever watched this show. And I just saw the tweet that he was going to talk about how Greer's a liar and he's got proof. So I'm waiting to see that happen. At least that's how I remembered it.
A long time ago and long before we were born.
Yeah,
And,
we're just catching up.
We're just kind of catching up with it because I think it's important. We all think it's important to kind of look at this through the lens of the Bible, look at it through the perspective of Christianity, because that's really what the true perspective is. And so we need to look at this now that we know it is absolutely coming out in the news, and this is going to be a big deal someday, very soon. So what I've found by going over some of these longer documentaries, longer podcasts, is that ufology is dying. And in fact, Lou Elizondo wrote a whole article about how ufology has to die, and he's taken a lot of hits in the media for coming out with what he said. But let me show you why and why it's dying, and we're going to go into that in 7 clips from Greer in just a short period of time. So I want to show. Let's go over the first one right now.
Fire not only had a car that was running on water, it was actually running on 0 point. We can get to that in a moment if you want to hear the physics of it.
So I'm gonna pause it just for a second because I failed to introduce this. He's trying to Greer in this first clip is trying to explain that there's technology out there that has come from UFOs, and take everything he says with a grain of salt because he's been fed absolute lies. I'm not saying I agree with everything he says. I'm not saying everything he says is false. I'm just saying take it with a grain of salt because what he's saying, he's on a podcast called Theory About Everything. It's run by Kurt Germ.
Theories of Everything with Kurt Jamungle.
I probably mutilated that name, but what he is, he's a physics background, and he talks about the very scientific way of doing stuff. So Kurt does a very good job. I've said this over and over and over in this.
And he also had a device that had a national security order on it that we knew about. I have photographs of it, and it was like a toroid, and it was putting out enormous amounts of energy, way more than you had to supply to it, because it was also.
Remember what I said? Every time Greer puts his finger in his ear, he's telling you a lie. Remember that? Lou Elizondo does this, and Greer does this. And he's doing it right there when he's talking about, well, I'll replay it, talking about 0 point energy or something. Let's see what he said to put his finger in his ear.
Ufology is dying because they've been fed all these perhaps.
Oh, what did
lies.
I do?
Anyway, I'm getting my head.
Oh, okay.
Watch what happens.
Here we go.
This is fascinating.
Watch the finger come.
He also had a device that had a national security order on it that we knew about. I have photographs of it, and it was like a toroid, and it was putting out enormous amounts of energy, way more than you had to supply to it, because it was also accessing this very high voltage.
He's not pushing in his ear pod either. He doesn't. He never does it to the other ear, and a lot of times it doesn't even touch that part of the ear. It's very strange.
It's an electromagnetic charge system that taps into and creates sort of a space-time cavitation from the 0 point, and this is what they're doing. So that ended up being.
Can you talk more about the physics too? You said you could talk about the physics.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's if you're talking to a general audience, no one's going to care about Poynting vectors and what Maxwell equations were altered and all that.
Yeah, forget
stuff.
about the evidence. Don't talk about the evidence.
What I'm trying to get to is that we were trying to get it, but they had a big funder.
Okay. Let's pause it right there just for a second. So you could tell. I'm not going to say too much about this, but you could tell he was like, "Well, your audience isn't going to understand."
It's called it's called evading.
Yeah, evading.
I know. When they ask for, can you explain the evidence to me? Nah, your audience wouldn't understand it. That's what Greer just did. Can you explain how that works? Your audience wouldn't understand it. Funny. Greer is unbelievable, isn't he? I'm just glad I figured out his tell. Let's see if he does it again in another clip. Here we go.
More times. Let's quickly go back into this because
One
we
more
have a lot
time.
to cover.
So the physics aspect, you mentioned that people just so you know, come to this podcast in particular for the technicalities of physics.
Oh,
that's what our main bread and butter is, physics. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So you're more than welcome to speak as advanced as you like.
Well, one thing to look at is the research that's been done by people like Ken Shoulders, who since have passed away, who had his charged cluster arrays. And basically what those were little tiny ball lightning.
Okay, ball lightning.
Firstly, if it's a nominal increase in physics from, let's say, Newton or Einstein, how is it achieved by someone like Tesla, Nikola Tesla? And then secondly, when it comes to the volts, is it the same volts that's involved in static electricity, or is it of the order of millions?
It really depends on what you're using, what the substrate is. You know, you're doing this through water, you're doing this through a crystalline material, or you're doing it through a nanocrystalline material. It varies. This is why it's sort of like a tuning of the voltage combined with the frequency.
Okay, pause it there again. He's not answering the question. And so I'm going to go over this a few times here. We're leading in with this story primarily because I don't want to make this a whole negative podcast, but I want to show how ufology is truly dying. And we're going to go over what he's trying to say right now. We're going to go over Linda Howe in just a second. So let's continue one more time before we taking more comments.
Well, I'm just curious how this is telling us ufology is dying. So I'm waiting for the payoff.
And watch one more of what he's saying.
Maybe it's just a build up.
Do you mind expounding on this claim of if you tap into
Greer.
so physics? I'm unsure what that precisely means, but if you tap into so-and-so physics under certain configurations, a dimension is opened up and different entities can come in or go out.
Yep.
Like, please expand on that, and then with the key of technicality, if you can, because like that's what this podcast is known for. Equations, if you can, if there are. I know that's a strange thing to ask. I don't think physicists are anywhere near as close-minded as you suggest. No, there's many ideas, multiverse, string theory. Those are far from Newtonian mechanics. And you mentioned Maxwell and pointing vectors. If just manipulating those are what's required, or some other factor needs to be added that was taken out by Heaviside, it's not as if that's not known to physicists or out of the realm of what they would accept playing with and so on. Okay, so anyway, going back to this assertion about the entities coming in and out.
Well, again, you know, what they did experimentally is they would have a very similar to a toroid device, and at a certain frequency and voltage, and the algorithm for this would be millions of them that could be combined. They would have weird stuff like Stranger Things or Montauk, boom, come into the lab.
None, absolutely nothing. He has nothing to base that on. And I think that's fascinating because he's asking pointed questions about physics, and he's like, pointed vectors.
I really like Kurt. He's so genuine. He's so serious. I love it.
Yeah.
Like
listening to him.
He is.
That's the first time I've ever seen that guy, but I like him.
Yeah, Kurt, if you go to, and I'll play this, and so it gets better and better.
I'll play one more. I'm not sure what to look for here.
Let's watch a little bit more.
What was this?
And so that
I know. Yeah, I know you don't have the patent at hand, but what is this that I can?
It's
look
on
up?
our website. It's in the movies. It's everywhere. We have everything. And say that. Well, where is it? It's the Federation of American Scientists. Stephen Aftergood is the guy who authored it. It's a paper. Read it. 2010, it came out, October 2010. So we're 12 years ago.
Finger in the ear.
It's there. We published it. You know, the fact that you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, you act like
I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm just saying for the record.
It's your attitude. I'm telling you, your attitude is like, where is it? I said it's there. I'm telling you, everything I'm telling you is there. It's out there in open source.
Oh, wow.
In the real world, you're not going to be able to put on, have an organization. Some top secret military whistleblowers in, and it's at my expense. I do not ask the government to pick up this expense. Where is that going to come from? My retirement savings? So yes, there are fees. there are
I have an
fees
idea
associated
of where
with
the money
that.
can come from.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah. So again, please
Go ask Elon.
So okay, let me set this up. You know what he's doing right now? He's saying, hey, I don't have money to do this, so I need your help. That's why I charge these fees to go and search for aliens with everybody else. And let me tell you, and so Kurt, who's this guy right here, he's saying, I can show you how to get the money. And watch what he says. And Kurt's he's completely innocent. Don't get me wrong. He's really trying to understand this stuff. But he's like, I got this. I can get this solved for you. This is how you get the money.
If you have a way of getting free energy, or you know someone who does, you can set up a Bitcoin farm, because one of the most costly aspects is the electricity. And then you can fund as much research as you like, or at least a significant portion of it. So are you looking into that? Is there a reason that
I don't have one of those devices? You didn't hear me. Let me repeat it again.
My
We have
God.
investigated and seen enough, but they're all entrapped in a team of people, the inventor and his team, that are wanting to keep it secret.
Oh,
some
man.
guys in the audience
Uncle
just wanted
Steve.
us to just give it like a hard yes or no. The question I previously asked, where someone mentioned about dropping flares, I just want to check. So you.
Ah, shit! I accidentally hit that.
Oh, again, the government. Which government? No, the participant.
Caused this. What I'm going to talk about is, hey, why don't you download my app? And I want people to get my stuff, and my new book's coming out. By the way, advertisement coming in.
And for those who don't know what the CE5 app is, Stephen Greer is popular for creating.
So I guess the end of ufology is people like Greer. This is amazing. I just talked to somebody about Greer and Linda Moulton Howe. This is amazing how those two, and Sheila and I just talked about it an hour ago, about the same people peddling the same shit without having any proof. Now, mind you, Greer has done incredible things for disclosure in 2001, 1990s, late 1990s. But to hear him say, for me to do my research, I need your money, which is why I'm doing all of these CE5 things and charging $1,500 a person for 7 nights, 6 nights, whatever. I need all of this money, $500,000 or whatever it's going to take. And that's what these guys are talking about. Linda Moulton Howe does the same thing. What has Greer brought to ufology? I'm just thinking. Has he ever brought any evidence? The only thing he's done, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Doesn't get any bigger. It was the early, no, I'm not even going to say that. Greer had, 400 people for the Disclosure Project, went on stage with 40 of them or so, and that was huge. Yeah, what have you done for me lately? Right. Greer hasn't, I don't think Greer's done much. I mean, he's talked a lot, but I don't see any evidence. A lot of name dropping. I'm asking, I don't know. Does anybody know what Greer brought to ufology since 2001? Accusations. Himself. Secrets. Yes. This is what he brought. You guys have the same view that I do. He is the Greech. He is the Greer each, the Greech. He does look like him. He brings speculation. I don't think anything, Andy said. I don't know. I'm seriously wondering, other than CE5, what else has Greer brought? I'm thinking. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? I don't know if there'll be a show tomorrow, but if there is, I don't know. All I know is that Greer and Linda Moulton Howe are still doing the same thing. I don't see them doing anything positive, nothing negative, but just a lot of fluff. Thank God we don't have to make claims like that. You know, we don't do that here. I mean, I'm not going out and meeting with people like Greer does or says he does. But right now, I don't see anything that Greer's brought. Just things that we all speculate on. Everything we talk about, he talks about, but I just want evidence, man. All right, I want to play this 30-second video. I don't know what this is. It says Vagine, the Roswell's Brazil, UFO, whatever the frig this is. Oh yeah, the medical records.
Esse aqui é analisador de espectro. Pode filmar? Pode gravar, né? Que isso, cara?
This is the medical record of the Vagine alien. Look at this. It's got a toe ring. Got a little nail. Right? Beautiful foot. Goes off a little bit, kind of like an ape. What if it was an ape that just got burnt and shit?
Que caraca.
Wow. See, this is different than what the witnesses told us the foot looked like. He said the foot was webbed. I guess it could have been webbed there, but I thought it was split down the middle. Remember, the girl said it was, or the guy said it was like the Spock doing his thing, live long and prosper. You know, that thing. That's crazy. That's what they're showing as the evidence, I guess. I can't tell if it's an ape.
Antes são essas coisinhas, né? Exatamente.
Yeah, let's see. What is this? Stock image found online of what? A human hand? Oh, are they showing this? So they're showing the difference between a human hand and the stock. So I guess they're saying it's the same photo. It's faked. See? It is. Look at the bottom left. Look at over here. You can see the crack here, and then this is exactly the same. Not everybody's going to look exactly the same. See? Stock image. It's exactly the same piece. It's fake. Done. Not real. It's never going to end, is it? It's never going to end. People are just going to lie. Forever. We're not done right now. We still got more show to do. Last night, a UFO video was put down by TPOM. So let's take a look and see what they put up. I'm a little curious on this one. I'm thinking to myself, why does this look like something I have seen but have dismissed in the past? Like, could this be a bug, an insect just flying around at night? And because of that camera, it looks like it's far away because it does have weird movements. And it reminds me of a bug, some sort of flying insect. I'm not sure. I want to see it in its natural form. the video.
Continues every single
I don't want to see it slow down. I want to watch it again just to make sure, because I don't like it. There's something wrong with the video, and I don't know. I don't think it's a reflection like a lens flare. It's not that, because every time the camera moved, the object would move where the camera's going, the opposite direction. So I don't think it's that. I don't know. I don't think it's a UFO. I'm just saying it. Let's see.
Day. We've got more videos for you just into third phase moon. Let's get
See
to
that?
it, guys.
Did you see how it just kind of disappeared right there for a second?
Videos for you just into third.
Right here, this part. I'm going to go frame by frame. Oh, this is what bothers me. Yeah, it could just be the object is turned and it's... And, well, why isn't this moving frame by frame? Come on, man.
Phase moon.
Here we go. And then it pops back up. This is a lens flare up here. That's what they're doing. Watch. See how that thing's just going around crazy? I'm not sure. There it disappeared again. Then it pops up again. I think it might be because it might be the wings of the insect or whatever. There's all these other things popping around here that are lens issues.
Sometimes we do some talking on third phase moon. Let's just watch this video. It rolls.
Yeah,
for
that's
about
weird,
4
man.
minutes.
It's weird.
Keep a close eye on this object. It's doing something rather peculiar, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's a bug. I don't know if it's a drone. What I need to know, it does look like a drone right there. It's acting like a drone. You know why it's so tough? Yeah, I think it's a drone, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not trying to debunk it. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
People don't send us dot videos, but in cases like this, when you have the...
It's, you know, you guys know I have a drone. I've gone out at night and have shot my drone in a lot of different weather situations, and I've never seen it look like that. Drones just don't look like that in regular cameras, high A cameras, my digital camera, but maybe in a psionics camera or a night vision camera, it may show up like this. It's just, there's something off about it, and I'm going to say it's either a small drone or some sort of flying insect that's just chilling out. I doubt it, but I've captured bugs. I've captured insects doing this. I've captured them doing that. See, those are the videos I want to get out to the public. Anyway, things like that can teach you how mundane things look like UFOs. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. That will be it for tonight. Moderators and super chatters, thank you for your generosity and your time. I really, really appreciate it. Sheila Aliens for coming on the show. That to me was a very nice surprise, and I'm happy we talked. So let's not make it that long in between again. And more than welcome to come on, DM me, whatever, any information about ufology, or if you know of a sighting, let me know. Thank you, newcomers and veterans, for giving the show a chance. And hopefully you like, share, subscribe. Because I was told, all you have to do is say subscribe, and hundreds of people will rush over. Subscribe to Goof On. You know why? Because we're... Come on! Truthology for ufology. Gosh. I don't know if we'll be back tomorrow, but if we are, it'll be around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, around that time. Have a nice weekend. The rest of it, if I see ya, I'll see ya. And expect to be seen. Alien bless. this just came in. Sorry, I never interrupt the ending of a show. Jason, I mean, why do I always do that? Death Proof Bum 01, thank you for a fantastic show. I love it when you showed your old UFO captures. Also, your guest tonight was most interesting. Thank you. Love you too, man. Death Proof Bum 01, throwing down 5.5. Appreciate it, man. Mucho gusto generoso. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks again. Alien bless all of you. Go! Come on, everybody. Yeah. Come on now. Oh no.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object